Yo, welcome to another episode of the BJJ GOONS podcast. I'm your host, Tim, the Mushmaster Spriggs, and with me, as always, is
Nico Ball. No, Nico.
And today we have a very special guest. We have a rising star in the world of mixed martial arts. His name is TAFON NCHUKWI, hailing from Cameroon and currently trains under Team Lloyd Irvin in Camp Springs, Maryland. He will make his light heavyweight debut against Al Matavayo on September 8th at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas for Dana White's Contender Series. TAFON is 3-0 in MMA. He's coming off a first-round TKO victory over UFC developmental fighter William Knight. The finish was in NCHUKWI's third TKO in as many fights. Welcome to the show, TAFON. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you're training really hard. I've seen a few sessions. You're absolute killer on the rise. How are you doing today?
Hey, man, doing good. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you guys for having me on here. I appreciate that.
No doubt. I'm really glad that you had time to come on the show. You know, I hit Tim up about bringing you on because I was seeing Peter's Instagram stories and everything about you being out in Vegas, and I really wanted to know more about that. Like, I didn't know you got signed to the Contender Series, so I really wanted to talk to you more about that. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, definitely. But yeah, the whole experience though in Vegas was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't as cool as I'd hoped because prior to we know all the Corona stuff going on, and I've heard like the prior experience of Pete having his experience and Sadiq. It sounded like it was so much of more like a whole experience. With mine, it's like I was basically quarantined all 3 days I was there, so I didn't really get to enjoy it as much as I wanted to. But it was really fun though.
But what did you guys go for? It was like a media thing?
Yeah, it was just for the media shoot. So they just had us there. Well, the first day we got there, they did a little the Corona test. And after that, we quarantined for 24 hours. Then the next morning, we got our results. Then they took us over to the Apex Center. And then we did like a photo shoot, interview, and then finish off with like a little workout. I guess they about to make that commercial, make me look like a badass.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You don't have to try hard. You're pretty badass, man. Like,
Thank you.
You don't post a lot of your fights because you don't want to. You want people to actually try to fight you. I mean, before you know. But, that's pretty impressive, man. So, the Corona test, did they stick it up your nose?
Oh nah, man. Like coming off of the flight, man, I was getting mentally prepared for that because everyone I've seen was the joint up the nose. But when I got there, I got ready, sat on the chair. The lady was like, "Open your mouth." I was like, "Huh?" She just took the swab and then put it in my mouth and like, "You done?" I was like, "You sure?" And then from there, I got out of there. So I guess they got different tests now for it, where you don't have to. The nose one is not the only option right now. So I was glad we did that one. Yeah.
When did you find out that you were going to be on the Contender Series?
I actually found like the first half of the year, like March, was when I found out about it. So like I've known for a while, but I really couldn't really say anything till like it got announced. And then, because originally the fight was supposed to be in July. I already supposed to have been fought. Then it got moved back because of everything going on. So yeah, since March has been when I found out. Master Lloyd hit me up while I was doing Uber. He was like, "Yo, big fella, we got the call. Dana White." I was like, "Oh man," I went crazy in that car.
That's got to be the best call while you're like Uber Eats or just normal Uber with people.
Oh no, I actually had a passenger in the car too.
Okay,
this was a regular Uber, yeah.
Man, that's got to be the best feeling.
It was super exciting, but I couldn't really go all out like my reaction because of I had a passenger in the car, so I had to keep it in and explode after.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So, was your ultimate goal? Has it always been to get into UFC? Like when you first started, what were your plans for fighting? Did you even want to be a fighter?
I mean, originally, nah, because I really just got into this. You know, the 30-day free trial that Crazy 88 used to put up.
Yeah.
I guess like 6 years ago. That's how I actually started.
You've been training for 6 years?
It's 6 years now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. April made
Wow,
6 years.
time flies, really.
Yeah, man. That time is flying by. Yeah, but that's how I got into it. Because originally I was going to become a state trooper, and then when I saw that commercial, I was looking for something to do because coming out of high school, just playing sports during the summer, just looking for something to do. So I decided to do that 30-day free trial. Wasn't actually planning to sign up though. The whole situation happened, and I ended up signing up, and then now I'm here. But martial arts wasn't really like the route that I was planning to go. UFC wasn't anything I was looking into. Everything just came together to where like the more I trained, the environment, the people, and it just like I fell in love with everything, and that's when the route switched.
Wait, so you started training over at Crazy 88?
Right.
At what point did you start coming down to training Camp Springs?
I think it was like 2 or 3 years into training with 88. Then I found out about Lloyd's Irving gym down there, because I think I started going down there for like sparring session one time. That's when I found out about Lloyd Irving, and I was like, damn, this one is like right by my house.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
there.
Oh, you live over by there? Like, so for people that don't know, like, so Lloyd Irvin's is in Camp Springs, Maryland, which is like 20 minutes outside of DC. But Crazy 88 is up closer towards Baltimore, like closer to where Tim lives. So
It's like 10 minutes from Baltimore.
oh crap. So it's Crazy
That's a
88
long
is
drive.
far. So it's like an hour away. They're two different cities. So you always lived down by DC and you were going up to Crazy 88?
Yeah, I was driving down there for like an hour for like
They
3
both
years.
have 30-day free trials, both gyms.
But like I never saw anything about like Lord Irvin. Like Crazy 88 did a great job at like putting themselves out there like that, because all I saw was Crazy 88. I don't know how.
Oh man.
That was what like that's what targeted my phone at that time.
Oh,
And
that's gotta kill Master Lloyd deeply in his marketing soul. That like
the truth is, I don't even know Master Lloyd, but he probably gonna know once he watched some of my interviews. I don't even think he knows about that part.
Master Lloyd's known for marketing. Like he is the marketing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's I know. He's like he's probably gonna watch one of my interviews one of these days, and like he might have to see gonna talk to me.
all right, so when you first started training, like did you actually train jujitsu? Because I know you train a lot now with Sadiq, and Sadiq absolutely positively refuses to put on a gi. But I'm hoping you had some love for the gi.
Oh no! When I first started, actually, like I actually was going into both equally, because like the way my schedule was, I would come in, do Muay Thai. I think like the early Muay Thai, which was like for the beginners. Then I'll switch over to Jiu-Jitsu and then back to Muay Thai. So I was doing them pretty evenly, and then I basically switched up depending on if I had to compete like a Muay Thai fight, then I'll do more Muay Thai. And if I was gonna do a Jiu-Jitsu tournament, then I'll switch over and do more Jiu-Jitsu. But then over the years, it started leaning more towards Muay Thai, because that's where I was like started getting more striking, a lot more striking in.
You fought on Lion Fight, correct?
Yeah, that's actually where I made my original pro debut.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you got your blue belt in jiu-jitsu, I think, right?
Mm-hmm,
You actually
yep.
you won at Pans, correct?
Yeah, I won one Pans. I don't remember what year. I think it was
2017.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you are.
Damn, she looked me up.
Oh yeah, I looked you up.
Yeah, I'm out there. Hey.
We professional up in here. Yo, we professional.
Right?
We professional.
Right.
Seen the podium picture and everything.
Yeah, right. Out there flexing.
I think that's fascinating, like your development, because you are a legitimate blue belt. Like some MMA fighter, I think it was Phil Rowe, he put on Facebook, like, what is elite at each level? And the consensus is if you win or can place at your belt level at a Grand Slam. So you kind of developed being good at both, and then you focused on Muay Thai striking. I think that's going to be like a huge advantage. Will you go back to jiu-jitsu? Will you ever do any more competitions, or is it all just going to go towards MMA from now on?
Like, I've honestly been trying to like get more like jiu-jitsu tournaments in, but it's just that it's like I've just been people have been talking me down out of it, because it's like if you go do a jiu-jitsu tournament and you got a fight coming up and you hurt yourself, now it's like, what's the point? So it's like, I mean, I think I might try to get another one in if it's like one of the local ones, maybe like DC Open if they do come back after everything has died down. But right now, I think I'm just gonna focus more towards like this, like MMA and more going towards that route for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit harder when you're trying to get into the UFC or if you get signed with the UFC.
Right.
So to risk doing something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you see on like the football like TV shows, like when the football players go out and like play, like get them hurt playing paintball or something, and they gotta lie, be like, "Oh, I hurt myself in practice," and
Oh yeah,
you
you
can't
already
risk
know.
your body.
I'm gonna look stupid as heck coming in there after hurting myself doing something other than like from a fight. I know I'm gonna hear it from Coach Jamal, everybody. So
everybody. Why was you even over there?
Why was you even
exactly.
over there? So speaking of being focused, how has camp been? You know, you found out you were going to fight in March, and then, you know, for me personally, March, I was like, oh, I'm going to Pans, no big deal. And then the week of, nope, we're going inside for 5 months. How has it been training under these guidelines and preparing for the biggest fight of your life and under these circumstances?
Yeah, man, it's been kind of like up and down because originally when I found out in March, I mean, like I was like on point, I was ready. I started like getting my camp ready. But I mean, well, basically, I mean, I knew in March, I knew July was when I was gonna need to already be in shape. So I already started getting in shape because I think after my last fight, I was already right back in the gym, already training and stuff. But then when I found out about this, I was on point, already started eating right, and then Corona hit. I was like, you know what, it's cool. I gotta stay focused because you know they didn't really push back the UFC yet. I didn't get any message from them, so I was like, you know what, since I didn't hear anything, I'm gonna keep training. And all I was doing during that period, I think it was like for a month straight, I was just running every day, like twice a day, doing like 12 miles a day, competing with Sadiq. Sadiq actually kept me pretty focused because he was competing with me, running like 10 miles in a day.
Wait, time out. You just said that like it was no big deal. You said 10 to 12 miles a day?
Well, nah, Sadiq was doing 10 straight. I do 6 in the morning, and then in the evening, after I've rested for a little bit, I do another 6 because I had to do 2 a day to keep up with Sadiq.
So let's pause here. Tim, remember when I just sent you the video from his Instagram? I was like, yo, they be doing all this crazy stuff. You with the sword. I sent him that video. I was like, they be doing all this crazy stuff. All they do is train and watch anime. Running 10 miles a day seems like they're on that Dragon Ball Z type, let's compete about who can power up a little bit more. I told you they were crazy, Tim. I told you. Who runs 12 miles a day? Like, my knees couldn't take that. Maybe I'm
being chased? Like, did you, like, how?
It's like I just had that like the big fight coming up, man. It was like I was on point, so it was like it was nothing gonna stop me at that point. But eventually, it did kind of take a toll on me after a month doing it, and then I found out that the fight got pushed. I was like, man, you know what? Let me take a day off. A day turned to like a week, and then a week turned to like 2 weeks. I swole back up. I got big as shit. My knees were hurting, everything. So it was like, and then once I finally got the message about when the new date will be, then I started getting back into it and training. So it's been like an up and down slope trying to get this whole contender fight done with. So now I'm on point again. I'm just hoping everything just keeps going smoothly. I've seen the first contender fight just passed this last Tuesday. So far it's looking good.
Are you training with the same guys that you typically train with, besides having to like kind of not go outside and whatnot? But you guys are already training, like you're running 10 miles a day, so you're probably only training anyway. Have you kept the same training partners? Has nothing really changed besides the fact that you have a lot more free time since you can't go anywhere?
I mean, yeah, same training partners, but now it's like more like a small bubble because we got to be more careful with everything going on with Corona. So Master Lloyd, since the gyms are still not open, Master Lloyd, you know, he got to open up his garage for us to come through and train. And it's only like a few of us in there. It's just me, Sadiq, Al, you. We have Jamil comes in there sometimes, Garrett, and a few of the other guys. So it's like a real small number of us in there who's been training since it's open. I think it's been like a month now since we've been, a month and a half, since we've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really been have much time to run as much anymore because the way Master Lloyd has my schedule now, it's like, man, if I start running, I'm gonna kill myself.
You're gonna be tired, man. Like that's like a job. Like the time.
It's a full schedule, man. It's like a full-time schedule. Like I only have time to train, sleep, go back to training, come back, sleep, and then repeat. That's how it is.
Because we're about almost exactly a month out, aren't we?
Yeah. Now it's exactly a month now. Yep, exactly.
So, then do you do the same kind of training regimen? Well, that Sadiq would do. I know Sadiq has multiple coaches, but I know he always has his sprinting that he has to do, and then switch it up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm basically on the same schedule that Sadiq is usually on now. We wake up in the morning, 6 a.m. We go over the square fit. Well, we wake up 5. Well, I wake up 5:30. Get over there. The square fit at 6 a.m. in the morning. Then from there we go over to Master Lloyd. It's 2 hours of drilling, and then from there to the gym where we do a movement and conditioning type with Coach Anton. Then from there, Coach Jamal, and we don't really stop till 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And from there we finally go home, maybe get some rest, 2 hours or so, and back to Master Lloyd, and it's 2 hours of just straight rolling. And then from there, that's the end of the day. So it's a pretty hectic schedule.
Do you do sparring still?
Oh yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays. We're back to our original.
Same schedule.
Yeah, back to basically same schedule. Tuesdays and Fridays, we go up to the gym. It's just me, Sadiq, and most of the morning crew, basically. Mm-hmm. And Shelton comes down to help. Shelton and Ron has been coming down now to help me out to get ready for this fight. So I really appreciate those guys.
Wonderful.
Oh, nice. Coming down from Baltimore. Who's your pad man? Who's your Greek god?
Oh, I mean, Coach Jamal. He's been he's been holding pads for us, and I mean, early on before Master Lloyd opened up the garage, Coach Jamal started working with us more. And then just mainly a lot of bag work. Really, it's a lot of bag work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you said that you're training basically all day. Do you have any side hustles or another job besides fighting?
I mean, not right now, Corona, because I used to do before the whole Corona thing. I used to schedule was just as crazy, but now it's I stopped Ubering because I'm not taking no chance of catching that Rona right now. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just basically training right now, and it's good though because it's giving me a lot more time to rest. Because before I was only sleeping maybe 2-3 hours coming training, but now it's more of a balanced schedule to where I get a good amount of rest and train as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. So how do you make money? Do you have sponsorship, money saved up? I
mean, I have money which I saved up from doing Uber, and then I'm on that unemployment now. Get that government money.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know about this, but Master Lloyd often be betting that if you can get to practice before him, and he's late, he'll buy you Uber Eats, and he's confessed he's late to practice in his own garage. So if you could get that bet down, that would probably finance all of the food to your fight camp just off. I would try that.
The truth is, I was there when he said that, but I know he wasn't referring to me. Because if he did that, Master Lloyd, I will be rich as heck right now. Because I will be rich as heck. Because he told y'all, I think he was talking mostly to y'all when y'all was doing the
11:30 drilling.
11 o'clock, drilling class.
No, but the point here's the thing. You got to know how it works. The point was to hold him accountable. And he's being late. And Miss Vicky be getting on his ass about it too. So you got to be come on, Master Lloyd. So you got to be I need you to be on time. And then just be well, maybe you should buy me food if you're not. That's how you got to finesse it.
That's all right. Now I know that. But once everything open back up, I'm going to try to finesse that, try to get some extra bread. You know what I'm saying?
This is how broke fighters got to finance fight camps,
exactly.
Because ever since the gym closed down and I ain't been around Master Lloyd, the quality of my food consumption is going down. Then there's stuffed shrimp, salmons, and the crab legs, a lot
you
less.
You was eating good too. You was eating good
over there. She got used to that good life.
Yeah, because all the work, between him being late and then payment for just work, filming and stuff.
Right.
It's yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
I was eating good in that class.
Oh my.
You gotta come when he starts filming. Volunteer to be his uki. Yeah. Volunteer to be his uki when he's back to filming. He should actually be filming in his garage by himself. You should encourage him and be yeah, I'll be your uki, and there you go. The rest of food for your family after the fight camp too.
Shit, the whole family though. She ain't play no games.
Well, maybe not, because I eat like very little, so I could like save
Yeah.
some. I know your boys eat a lot, so maybe
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
a little bit different. You know, a little
Yep.
bit of food will go a long way for me.
Yeah. Speaking of food, you're going down to light heavyweight. Has it been hard for you to cut? Because I remember when you first came in, you looked like yoke. I was like, good God, this guy, like, where did you get him from?
I mean, like over the years of like training, I've acquired like a lot of knowledge, and now it's not like as hard as it was before. Especially now, I know that September is when I'm fighting. So 2 months out, I already started like dieting,
Mhm.
and started losing the weight. Because for me, I don't like to cut weight. Like you know how Pete and Sadiq, when they cut weight, they cut a whole lot of weight. Like for me, I started like 2 months out. I started doing my intermittent fasting. Well, I'm only doing like maybe a 4 hour period of eating, and then the rest of the time I'm just fasting. So that's like really speed up my weight loss. And now it's like I only have a few pounds to go, so I'm not really worried about it. It's been a pretty easy I won't say cut, because right now I'm still losing weight. I think when it comes for fight time, I think I'm only going to have 10 pounds, if that, maybe 5. So that's what I'm looking to get into once I get there fight week.
Do you eventually want to go down to 185, or do you want to go get that 205 belt first?
I mean, yeah, I'm a 205 belt, definitely for sure is the goal. But the way like I am now with managing my weight, I definitely think 185 is it's a weight I can get to for sure. So I'm gonna be able to try and get that champ status. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
When you first started training, who were some of the fighters that you looked up to or that you studied?
When I first started fighting, honestly, I didn't really watch anybody. Like the only people I actually, I only watch people from the gym, like you know, watching like On, Cayman, Sadiq, all of them, and then also like the only people I actually watched that were like out there like that was the people Coach Jamal would send me to study. So like he would send me sometimes some footage from like Mike Tyson or like Senchai if he's going over something in class and he wants me to like basically like some homework. He would have me look over some other fighters, but like for me, just going out of my own time and watching other fighters, nah. Now I do that now because it definitely helps when I'm in there, like just being able to see things a little bit clearer. So now more who I watch is like what's his name? Lomachenko. I watch him a lot now.
Ooh.
Definitely, dude is a monster. And then Coach Jamal also wanted me watching Canelo. I watch him as well. Just trying to mimic what they do and like basically improve my game. So
What's your earliest martial arts memory? I like to ask this question to all the guests, uh,
yeah.
just because like people learn about martial arts differently. Some people,
Hmm.
their parents were in the martial arts and that's all they knew. Some kids watched the movie. Some kids like just didn't even do martial arts until they're like in their mid-20s. So what is
Hmm.
your earliest memory of the martial arts? Was it a movie? Did you train when you were little?
If you're talking about like martial arts, period.
Yes, period.
Oh man, I mean Jackie Chan, man. All of his like
Uh,
back home in Cameroon, like most he was mostly what like we used to watch back home, like Drunken Master. Man, that was the movie for me right there. I used to love that movie. Then when I came to America and then I found Jackie Chan Adventures, oh man, I was loving that. That was the show right there. But yeah, I would say like Jackie Chan movies was the shit for me. And then Jet Li also, because back home Jet Li and Jackie Chan they were like the two. Like Jackie Chan was the more like he's not so serious, but you know when you see a Jet Li movie, you know somebody about to get fucked up.
Jet Li was always the scariest because he was so
Yeah,
fast and he was just straight up mean. Like Jackie Chan was,
exactly.
but like Jet Li was like, oh no, he really kills people. Like he's really,
Yeah, yeah.
it really kills me.
he
Yep. Yeah.
yes, he's not playing.
Not at
Uh-huh.
all. Not even
He was in
slightly.
Romeo Must Die, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was.
Yes, Lethal
Yeah,
Weapon
yeah, yeah.
4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See,
But for me, I tailor more towards Jackie Chan. I just like the way he fights, the way he fought, his little antics, his fight. It was just really funny to me. He was
I
never
don't
too serious.
trouble. I don't want
Yep.
to.
Even I think I remember back home when I first watched Rush Hour. Like I didn't even know who Chris Tucker was. I was just really watching it because Jackie Chan was in that movie. Like Chris Tucker
Wow.
was nobody to me. I didn't even know who he was till I came here.
Oh
But
wow.
Jackie Chan, like, what made that movie for me?
Can
Oh
you
man,
talk a little? Go ahead, Nico. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, how old were you when you came here?
I was 10 years
Oh,
old. Yeah, I came here in 2005.
What was it like moving from Cameroon to the United States? How did you have to adjust?
Um, like the main adjustment for me was like trying to catch on to like the African, or what I want to say African American like accent. Because to me, it was an accent because like y'all speak a lot faster and like trying to catch like the different like it was kind of a little adjustment, but it didn't take me that long because the part of Cameroon I'm from is the English speaking part, so I already speak English coming up,
Mm.
so it was just a little adjustment, and then also like learning like I mean it was a little bit of like adjustment period trying to get used to how y'all talk, act, and all of that because it's different. Because you come here and you see like kids talking back to adult. I'm over here. I'm like, I'm waiting for them to get their ass beat, and it's like then nothing happens. I was like, oh shit, what's going on here?
like
I'm being
what?
real. I'm suspect. I'm like, what's going on here?
What's going
Yeah,
on?
because back home you do stuff like that, man. You getting a whooping.
Nah, here you get a whooping, you getting a phone call to CPS.
Exactly.
Ring, ring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's a good thing I got that beat into me before I came here because I still have like a little bit of like I would say fear when I'm talking to my mom. I don't want to say fear, but it's like a little like I gotta have respect just because of memories of getting my ass beat.
Nico?
What other things were like really shocking when you got here? Tell us like, because Americans don't realize some of the crazy
Yeah.
shit that Americans be doing.
I mean, like the first initial, like I would say, shocking thing was the first white person I saw was when I came here. So when I first saw that, it was like, oh damn, the fuck is? I mean, I try to be as discreet as possible, but like I was staring like a mug because I was like, I've never seen a white person back home until I came here, and then also like the big ass TVs that were fucking everywhere. It was like, man, it was so much to like take in. When I came here, it was. It was. I mean, I always think back to that moment coming back. There's so much new things, and I mean, like now I know, um, like the way America is portrayed back home is definitely not how it is. You got to actually come here and work for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
On like back home, it's like you come here, there's money growing on trees. It's the, the greatest land ever. I mean, it's good. I mean, a lot better than back home, but you still got to come in here and like put in what you put in is what you get.
Yeah.
You
So do
gotta
you ever
hustle.
go back? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I haven't. No, I haven't been back since I've been here. Still, like because of like money issues and still not having enough to go back. Because, but I definitely do plan on going back. But right now is definitely not the time to go back.
Yeah, definitely not now.
So definitely gotta.
I can't go anywhere. Like you can't go anywhere. My mom lives in Europe and I can't go see her.
Mhm.
She's like, sorry, baby, you can't come here. They said you guys are on
Oh
punishment.
yeah, America. This
We're
yeah,
grounded.
they kicked us out. Yeah.
Monique, do you have anything you want to add? Anything else?
Mm,
Um.
not that I can think of.
Okay. What are your 3 biggest goals before you retire from fighting?
Uh. First 205 belt. 185 belt, and then become one of the best to ever do it. I guess.
Before we wrap, my last question for you. Who
Yes,
are
sir.
3 guys that you want to fight? Now, I'll make it even easier.
All right,
3
bet.
guys that you want to fight all time. It could be current, past, 3 guys that you would want to fight.
Uh, Jones. I would definitely like to fight him.
Okay.
I also like to fight. If Cormier is still there, I would definitely like to test that for sure. And then last one all time. Shit.
Hard question.
It's a hard one.
Hard question.
It could be from any era too, like any era. It doesn't necessarily have to be active.
Oh, any era? All right, I'm gonna have to pull a Connor. Shit. I like to fight freaking Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. You talking about Adrian? Not Adrian. You talking
Not
about
Adrian Broner. Why can't I think of his name
Deontay
right now?
Wilder? Deontay
Deontay
Wilder?
Wilder. Yeah, I had to pull my
Oh, you
card
would do
out and
crossover fights.
I would do
You
some
know how
shit
to
like that.
strike.
Yeah. I would like to do that.
You get interesting with it. Nice.
Maybe mess around and
Yeah.
do like Alistair Overeem and just go into K1 because you fought Lion Fight. I mean,
Yeah. Definitely.
that'd be dope. So listen, man. Thanks for coming on to the show. Is there anything you want to plug? Any kind of philanthropy you're doing? Any kind of merch that you're selling? Your YouTube?
No merch right now. No YouTube right now. I'm slacking on that game. But September 8th, check me out on ESPN Plus on Dana White's Contender Series. I'm about to put out a show and claim what's mine.
That's what's up. Nico?
Nothing. Anything to plug, promote? Well, I just want to say, give a shout out to all my followers. There are people that have been helping me over the last couple months because I work for a social project, Terere Kids Project in Brazil, in Rio, and I've been doing like this emergency salary program. So all of the instructors that don't normally ever get salaries from the project, but make their money teaching or hustling, teaching private classes or doing stuff, but aren't able to work, we've actually been able to like pay them out salaries, like mainly through private donations on PayPal and like through the hoodies and t-shirts I was selling on favelajujitsu.com. So we've raised like over $3,000 this last month. It was like a little hard to get the money for like the 1st and the 15th, but we got it and I'm done and I'm kicking everybody off payroll. So like, I'm really happy like that we've accomplished this mission. And I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's been donating, doing things, promoting it, like, cause we've never raised this much money before. So thank you so much.
Nice.
You guys can find me at timspriggsbjj.com or at timspriggsbjj on Instagram or Facebook. This has been an episode of the BJJ Goons podcast. Follow us on Instagram at BJJ Goons podcast on Instagram. Thanks again, everybody. Tafon, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Peace.
Peace. Awesome.